Hello and welcome to Parallax, where we look at life from how we work. Joining us today is Mike Dicea. Michael is a mortgage broker with Mortgage247. It's an independent mortgage brokerage firm. Mike, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So can you walk us through what a typical day looks like in terms of mortgage brokering?
Typical day for me is making lots of phone calls, reaching out to previous customers just to keep in touch, build that relationship, working on current loans in process, people that are buying houses or refinancing, and getting those deals to the closing table.
How did you get started doing this?
The way I got started doing this was my cousin had been in the business, and it was a refinance boom going on, and he said, Mike, you know, we're making great money, you got to get in the business. And I had a young child at the time, I had a salary position, and there was no way in my mind that I could jump into something that was 100% commission. But when he told me about, you know, the unlimited income potential, and you make as much, you can make as much as you want to, but you got to be willing to work hard for it, I said, let me see what I can do with this. So it took me about 6 or 8 months to finally make that decision, but once I did, I never looked back.
Okay, it's probably was pretty scary to jump off the cliff, especially if you've got a kid at home.
It was. So I did that twice actually. So moving from, you know, a salary position to 100% commission to go into the mortgage industry, and then although throughout my entire career in the business, I was 100% commission, having the backing of a bank's name on your business card is somewhat comforting, and you're getting referrals there. So when I decided to go out on my own and start my own company, that was a little unnerving as well.
This company that you have is relatively new, so talk a little bit about where you were doing mortgage work before. So you've been doing this for 14 years. So
yeah, so I originally started at a small mortgage lender. Then I went to the bank side. I worked for Provident Bank and M&T Bank for about 9 or 10 years. And then I decided that I had enough referral sources that I could do it on my own. So I started my own company about 6 months ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about some of the back-end stuff that goes on in terms of the creative power that you have to wield in order to make a loan happen?
Sure. So I'm a mortgage broker, which means my company doesn't lend money directly to home buyers. What we do is we have relationships with about 20 different banks or non-bank lenders. So we're able to couple the borrower with the bank that has the product and the best price for their particular situation. A lot of banks have overlays on certain programs. So I have to find the bank that doesn't have an overlay for the borrower.
I don't know what an overlay means. Can you explain?
So an overlay is just an additional requirement that the particular bank imposes. So Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac has particular guidelines, but a bank like, you know, a local bank may have additional criteria above and beyond what Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac requires. And that, you know, that comes into play when people are trying to get loans sometimes.
Tell me about maybe somebody refinancing or purchasing a home that didn't meet the overlay requirements of a bank that you were able to help.
So I recently did a transaction and helped a family that was going through some difficult times, and they were turned down by 2 other mortgage companies. They came to me and I said, you know, it's not the easiest deal in the world, but we can get this done. Well, through the process, you know, obstacles kept on popping up every which way we turned. But, you know, we find a way to get it done. We take a step back, we say, what can we do to get this loan approved? The client has to be on board as well. Work with us, do the things that we tell them to do, and I like to call it massaging the deal. So we massage it and tweak it and get it to fit within the guidelines. And the client was super happy. They're saving $800 a month. So it was very significant for their family.
How does that make you feel when somebody's able to refinance and able to save $800 a month? I mean, because of what you've done.
I love it. It makes me feel really good. It makes me feel like all the hard work that we put in is worthwhile. That's the reason, one of the reasons why I love this business so much is because I'm always helping people. If someone's purchasing a home, I'm helping them buy a house and they're usually ecstatic about that. Or if I'm refinancing, we're refinancing for a specific purpose, be it to save money or to get cash out to start a business or various other reasons. And it's a good feeling.
Well, Mike Dicea, thanks so much for coming out today. You can find out more about Mike's company at MTG-247. That's mortgage247.com. Until next time, keep it between the white line and the ditches.